What did you learn from the Tennessee game that could help prepare you now for this big matchup?
Definitely, I think we learned a lot from the Tennessee game. I think just showing up and being ready from the jump. Obviously, having that be our first game didn't really have any type of like warm up or anything like that. So I think just having that, knowing that we were ready from the jump, and then knowing that we can set the tone with our defense, and then just how our offense kind of comes from our defense, I guess, if that makes sense. So I think just relying more on our defense, and then just continuing to build off of the momentum that we have.
With sort of what happened with the Vegas Invitational, have you seen any of that, and what's sort of your response to how that was handled?
Yeah, I've been following a little bit. Obviously, we weren't there, so it's kind of hard to comment on something that we weren't there for to experience. But I think women's basketball has taken a big stride in general, and I don't think that is indicative of what it's been. I think that tournament is alone in the sense that it might need some improvements, but I think that women's basketball has overall made a lot of big jumps, and that's something that they're going to try and improve.
Right, and for the people that sort of discount women's basketball, what sort of response would you have to just sort of their criticisms and whatnot? Just what sort of rebuttal would you have?
Yeah, I think just the support, I guess, from women's basketball is greatly increased, even for us, just our standpoint of just the crowds that we've had at our games. People watching, viewers over television and stuff like that. I think it's been drastically increased, and I don't think you can deny those numbers. And also just the overall support from the male side of athletics too. I think you see a lot of male athletes that are now supporting women's basketball more than they did before. So I think that's going to be a great jump for us as well.
And then now getting back onto the court, just how do you think playing in some of these experience games yourself, just how do you think that translates, and how you're sort of going to take leadership against Louisville?
Yeah, I think, like I talked about earlier, the Tennessee game definitely had prepared us for this. The environment that we had was pretty loud, and an environment to come off your first game is something that is pretty incredible. They're going to have a great crowd. They always do, and they're going to be ready for the game just like we are. At the end of the day, it's going to be a test, but we'll be ready.
The unknown of the Tennessee performance, and now you're 6 games in. You guys have succeeded. How has that helped this team's confidence grow going into a game like this? And I guess the confidence level to this point, from your perspective, is what?
I think, yeah, it definitely did help our confidence just for new kids. But, I mean, if you ask any of the people that have been here before and played in the tournament round we had last year, we would say that we know we can play with anybody. So I think that it helped us get some momentum early and just give us a sneak peek of what we can really be in the ceiling that we have. But if you ask anybody that was here last year, we would say that wasn't an upset, that wasn't a surprise for us, that we were ready for that game, and just like we'll be ready for it.
You said you don't look at the rankings, but are you surprised this team right now is ranked 4th?
No, not at all. I think that our ceiling is pretty high, and it can be whatever we want it to be. But at the end of the day, the number, like I said, means absolutely nothing. You still got to show up and play.
With Madison back in the starting lineup the last couple of games, what has it been like to play alongside her more and see her?
It's been great just to see how much more comfortable she's getting every single game, and just how she leads the team from a maturity standpoint. We obviously really missed that last year, and just the presence that she has on defense has been really helping just our new kids come along and just learn our system. And it's been great to have her back.
Taylor, you guys had a lot of meet and greets this past week. What was it like kind of getting to see the fans, back in the shot?
It's awesome. A few of our coaches have been doing a great job getting people in the stands. And it's cool to interact with them. They spend 2-3 hours watching us play. The least we could do is go interact with them, go sign some autographs, take pictures. But it's cool seeing all the big crowds. We've done some cool events, like I think it was Dad-Daughter Day, and then the day before Thanksgiving we had some families come out together. So I think it was cool just to see the environments that we're getting right now.
And before the season, I know we talked a little bit about how your family's been very important in your basketball career, your dad coming to all your games. How was that to be able to get to celebrate him on a day like Dad-Daughter Day?
Actually, he was not in the stands. He had to work. But, he's there. For us, it's Dad-Daughter Day every time he comes. But it just means a lot that he can share this moment with me, share these moments with me, because he's kind of the reason why I'm at where I'm at right now.
I
feel normal?
Yeah, I feel awesome. I feel back to normal. I feel better than normal, honestly. I feel like my strength and conditioning coaches have really helped prepare me for where I am now. And I feel glad to be back.
To your point, the conditioning and strength of this team, with pace they're playing and the method you guys play at, defensively to offense, and just the frenetic up and down, how important has that been to the way you started and succeeded this season with the conditioning you're in?
Yeah, it's definitely been a hard for me to get back to that. Like that was the conditioning part was definitely one of the hardest parts to like getting back to playing again. But like I said, the strength and conditioning coaches have done a great job. Just keeping me running, keeping me in the weight room, just getting better every day. So I really appreciate them.
How do you think playing a really tough opponent out of the gate in Tennessee helped prepare you guys now for this matchup in Louisville?
I think it really helped prepare us a lot because we got a really big opponent in the beginning. So I feel like it just prepares us even more for the further games ahead, like Louisville or other teams we'll play in the future.
Do you pay attention to rankings?
I mean, I'll look at them, but I'm not that type of person. I like in high school, I was always like really ranked low, and I just never really thought about that, never really let it get to me. So I keep that same mindset with how we are now, ranked as a team.
With the ranking for the team being so high, does that give you guys any confidence, or even more, or how does that affect the confidence heading into tomorrow?
I feel it definitely gives us confidence as a team, but we know that we can't get complacent or just get satisfied with where we are. We still got to keep working and keep preparing for the rest of the season because we have a long season ahead.
What was sort of the toughest moment, whether there was a specific moment or a stretch during the recovery where it was really tough to overcome?
I would say, I mean, it was all hard, but I would say like the hardest part was like being like 6 months out, knowing that like you still have 3 to 6 more months to recover, and you feel like you work so hard to get to where you are, but you still can't do simple things like run or jump or just do everyday things like that I used to be able to do. But just like the middle part area was really tough for me mentally and physically.
And who were some of the people that kind of helped you through that, and how did you get through that?
I would say the big reason why I got through what I got through was my teammates. They really supported me and just believed in me and just never gave up on me and really supported me through the recovery. And also just my parents, I'm from here. I got to see them whenever I needed to see them. I got to stay with them for a couple of weeks. And then of course the coaches and just all the fans and supportive people. I've seen comments of people just wanting me back and just really praying that I get back up there.
And sort of describe that feeling, sort of just, just taking the court after having to sit out for a year and kind of maybe potentially sort of just getting used to being on the court, then that was taken away from you. Describe that feeling of finally being able to be back on the court.
It was a great feeling. It was like nothing I've ever experienced before, honestly. I remember just like in my recovery just thinking about how that feeling would be when I finally get on the court again. I thought I was going to cry, but I didn't end up crying my first game. But it still brings me like really a lot of joy just to be able to play out here on the court with my teammates again. It means a lot.
Madison, you guys had a lot of like meet and greet stuff this past week. What was it like getting able to see the fans?
Oh, it was great. Like we've never really done that before, like as much as we are now, and it just means a lot just to see like the little kids and their parents, bring them to the games. I feel like we never had this many fans before, and it feels awesome that they can come to the game and support us.
Does it also feel like this is the first time you guys have had that kind of interaction since COVID too? Like with not having people at the games?
Yeah, it really means a lot for everybody to be here right now. Like I remember playing, there was nobody in the stands. Now the seats are filling up, and it feels awesome.
And also, like you guys celebrated Family Fun Day, but also like Dad-Daughter Day. How important has your family been in just the development of your basketball career?
They've been a huge support, huge reason why I am who I am, and the basketball player I am. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today, and I can't express how much I appreciate them.